Nike
What?
stock fell after the
Yeah.
company projected a larger sales decline than expected for 2025. What are your insights on this situation? And is now the time to load the boat?
I think there are 40 or 50 other companies that are better than Nike. Kudos to executive management there. I appreciate you. They have to stop re-rocking the same Jordans and Dunks. People are tired of buying them. Fix it. Crocs on your ass. Y'all ain't did no one Salehi. Y'all need to see. Y'all need to go make things right with Kanye, Don C, and Kyrie. Y'all want to just push everybody to the side. Okay, cool. And it worked when we had a keyword tonight, zero interest rate environment. Ain't no desire or desire for them re-rocked pandas y'all keep putting out. So now you need more creators with a certain hue to bring audience, and you guys also have a profit margin issue. I keep
Mm-hmm.
saying my two biggest things in 2020, I would say automation, like emails don't matter, investing for the long term, and then you have to be in the luxury goods market. So now you have Crocs, you have Lululemon, that are on your ass, Adidas, cool. You have a whole bunch of now, and then you have biggest competitor of Nike. It's not Adidas, it's LVMH. If I have to pick between wearing certain goods, will I look better in the luxury good or everyone on earth is your competition? And because you didn't maybe secure Kanye and do what you needed to do with Virgil and then Kyrie, those are three creative powerhouses that you lost. And I don't know how you're going to get them back. At some point, corporate needs to realize, unless you're making something substantial like large language models, what NVIDIA is making in their data centers in Blackwell, you don't have a competitive advantage if everybody can go remix your old designs and go put them at another brand. Do right by Kyrie. You should have did right by Kanye. You should have did right by Virgil. There's other creatives that have not been done right, and now you have to deal with what you're going through. So yeah, no, it's not the load the boat time.
I would not load the boat. I'm not invested in Nike, although I am a avid sneakerhead and have plenty of Nike sneakers.
Mhm.
At the present time, I'm not. For a number of the reasons that you said. I think the first thing is, especially in sneaker culture, the lack of innovation and the shoes
Yep.
that they're making. They hit a gold mine. They hit the gold mine of all gold mines in the 80s when they got Jordan. Um, Kobe was great for them, still is. I'm glad that they brought that brand back.
Didn't
LeBron, and
treat him well or the family. Let me just speak on it real quick.
they
Y'all
figured it
got
out,
a
but they did figure it out. We can, right. Vanessa didn't have to go back.
there shouldn't been a gap where it wasn't
Right.
figured
It
out.
should, yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it should have expired. I think, I mean, he's one of these legacy athletes. Prior to him passing, he's a legacy athlete. He's a legacy brand inside of the company.
Mhm.
But there just hasn't been that innovation, right? Like in the mid 90s, you had Zoom technology inside the shoe, right? You had like Air in the early in mid 80s. There
Yep.
hasn't been that innovation in the shoe. I know they tried the Vapor Max thing, it didn't grow well. The 270 was a shoe that was different. It wasn't
Yeah.
a recycled one. And so because they haven't had the innovation, and I'm glad you brought up LVMH, is because that's where it's been for the past 10 years. It's been
Yep.
let's collab. And so they have collab with LVMH, right, on the shoe. They have collab with Off-White. They have collab with Carhartt and Union and all these brands, but those are remakes of
Yeah.
shoes that exist. There isn't any innovation inside there. But it also is a microcosm of the sector. If we look at
Mhm.
Lululemon's performance over the past 3 years, down 17%. Adidas is down 26%. Under
Yep.
Armour, forget about it. These are the direct competitors in that athleisure space. So there is a tick down. What was surprising, like they already said that they were going to have a decline this year. They estimated it to be a 3% decline based on the earnings that they reported on Friday. It's looking like a 10% decline.
Yeah.
That's,
Yep.
I mean,
Abenaki falling $51.
it was the worst day in the history of the stock on Friday, and then they're already expecting year over year decline for the year ending in May 2025.
Mhm.
So like you're already telling us your future guidance is like we're going to lose money in profitability, we're going to lose money in revenue. Should you even touch it? I'm not.
Should have got Kaepernick back in the league.
Right, and yeah, on a bunch of these social issues, you missed the mark. over and over. And again, you have your biggest athlete now. His time, I mean, what, 1 year, 2 years maybe for LeBron? Maybe. Who's next? Zion, that didn't work. Jason Tatum, I don't see kids gravitating to try to grab Jason Tatum's shoe. Ja, I thought maybe he had a chance from the basketball.
Y'all didn't sign Anthony. The fuck y'all doing?
But they missed on that too. But I just don't see the innovation from the shoe and from the face of the brand, right? The logo was the face, then you obviously the Jordan brand will continue. But even now, the sales on Jordan have slowed down.
You better call Sonny Vaccaro and go back to Nike and hand out that money under the table how y'all used to do.
Or more tinker more than anybody when it comes to innovation for Nike and all their shoes. But they don't. Who's the tinker now? We don't know.
Y'all let New Balance get hot on y'all.
New Balance is hot. They on fire.
On fire.
New Balance is definitely on fire.
If you just happen to look, and they have consultants, don't get me wrong, but when you look at like executive leadership, do they look like they may buy a lot of the product that the culture may wear that they're selling to?
And that's just not me. I'm with the culture feeling.
You got well played. You have to eat your own dog food. But what do I know? I'm just a guy, a right-wing pundit on YouTube. Well, I'm finna go on my little Fox News run. Come on, y'all wanna go with me? Fox and Friends.
The late night show.
Oh.
Okay. Zero-dated options have become Wall Street's hottest lottery ticket, with stocks like Nvidia and Apple being next in line. What is your opinion on this trend? And if you were to trade them, how would you?
That's a great question. I want to swing to you and Troy. If y'all were to trade 0-day options, I know we don't endorse it.
Okay.
But if we were to trade them, how would you?
You know what? I'm not even gonna play around. I'm gonna answer for the both of us. It's too volatile. It's too risky, and like there's a responsibility when you're giving advice and you're giving information. I wouldn't want to put people in the most risky of investments, and so we know the volatility that happens inside of a company, especially within a day, an hour, a minute. Absolutely. I'm not an intraday trader. I've never claimed to be. I don't have the time to do it. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's interesting that they have it. That's not something that, when options were even created. I think, was it 86?
Well, I think it's first for people to know what zero-date options.
Oh, so zero-day options means that you can trade a stock. It's an option contract with the expiration date of the same day as trading. And so if today is July 1st, usually you have to, when you buy a contract, it's out to the Friday of that week, right? Or it's out to the Friday of 2 weeks. They're usually on Fridays, but when you're talking about zero-dated, that means the day is today. So I buy a contract at 9:30, I can sell that contract
by close,
and now these are daily things that happen. So that for people who are day traders, like for a stock, they do that regularly, right? They buy a stock at 9:45, they could be out of that position by 11:45. That's what they do on the stock side. The option side hadn't had that till over the past 2 years, where it's like, you can now do this intraday and during the same day. So it's really, the expiration date is now, which again, super risky, super risky.
Okay, all right.
Would you do? You're not gonna. I don't have to. I know you're not doing that. You would never do that.
Yep, for sure.
Maybe someone with a net worth of 200 million that come out of Silicon Valley and teach us how to do it for free. I want the culture feeling. Like, as I said, boy, people.